Hey y'all.
That was dope.
Aw, thanks.
It
This is a
was.
new thing we about to start doing. House party edition straight talk.
Let's
Hey,
go. I'm
Now we
with
might
it.
sneak some of y'all through the back door, but we don't know if you're gonna gain access yet. I got my sisters in the building though. Madam O and Transparent Talk.
Hey, hey, hey. It's Madam in the boot, baby.
salute, salute. Welcome.
Yes. So this is a little laid back little place and time where we just gonna kick back and talk about whatever we want to. It's not necessarily a topic, just an open discussion of whatever the hell we want to talk about. So chat, chime in. I see some people in the bushes. I ain't spoke yet, but hey.
Hey, y'all in the bushes. Please be in the parking lot. Don't be in the bushes. That's just weird.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in the room. So what's up with y'all? How y'all day
Oh,
been?
my day has been quite eventful. It just is what it is.
I can
Just one of them
understand that.
days.
Yes,
Yes.
that, for real.
But don't keep it inside.
No,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They give you hemorrhoids and ulcers and stress.
Ooh.
Yeah.
no. It came out prior to.
Okay.
It came out prior to. It's not inside anymore. I'm Wusan now,
Okay, okay.
but
All
I'm
right.
good. Thank you.
Yes.
Good. Good.
What about you, sis? How your day been?
Pretty productive. I
That's the
punched the
key word
clock.
right there.
Yeah, I punched the clock. Ate good. Spent time with the fam. Got a lot accomplished today.
Good.
How about you, lady?
Mine was productive and I was still cooling off from yesterday's events.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm over it, but if I talk about it, it brings me back there because I'm just like y'all know I'm really open to other people's opinions and perspectives. I love to learn new things every day, but it's like when something just doesn't make sense to you, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're
Yeah,
trying to have an open mind, it's like, what?
yeah. You can't make sense out of something don't make sense. So let's run it. What happened? What had happened was
What had happened was, so y'all on the channel know whether you're watching right now or you're catching on the replay, y'all know I just debuted a show called Colorful Convo. And the premise of Colorful Convo is to have harder discussions, the isms of things and the ists of things, people that try to put you in categories like, do you fit in that category or do you not?
right.
So
I watched the one
yesterday,
yesterday.
so that the topic was colorism.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. Okay.
Now me, I don't see how I could ever be a colorist because y'all know I push on this channel hard the elevation of all people of color. So if I
Right.
push the elevation of all people of color, that never excluded any shade of the color.
Right.
However, in my dating life, I am attracted to dark skinned men.
Okay, that's your
Okay.
preference.
So I was labeled then a colorist.
So having a preference makes you a colorist?
That's what my two panelists said. Now,
Hmm.
my some people that I ran it across outside of the show, somebody who has seen the show and some people who haven't seen the show yet, said that that's not colorism. However, I did talk to one of my panelists today,
Mhm.
and the people that they talked to said that I was in fact a colorist.
It could be a geographic thing. Are they located near where you're near?
No,
Okay. So it could just be a geographic thing?
but they closer to you. They in the South. But I do know, and I will give credit to in the South, I know that colorism is a big thing. However, I feel that up north is equally as a big thing.
Well, wait a minute, because I'm third coast, born and bred.
Hmm.
I'm dark, as y'all can see. My daughter's father is peach complected. Like his dad, you would probably think he was a peach person. Like you would argue me down that he's not black,
Mhm.
which means that my little daughter, my oldest kid, when she came out, she was literally white,
Mhm.
and during the winter, she's pale as hell. So that's just ignorance. You can have a preference. People have a preference on what they're attracted to. That doesn't mean that you think less of another hue or another shade. It just means
Right,
that's what tickles your fancy. And
right.
there's nothing wrong with that. I would be more concerned if you didn't have a preference and was just tickled by anything and
That's what I
everything.
said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay, well, I think I caught some of this as well. And through my lens, it seems like what you both are saying, it's just a preference. But because that preference wasn't in that their favor, it's that man thing to me because these were males, and I just feel like it's one of those things where uh the male is right. They just right about it because it didn't sway in their direction. If y'all follow, if you get what I'm saying. So,
Hello,
Yeah.
somebody.
and when
And
you
both
can't,
of them are lighter.
and you prefer darker, so you automatically just by default, that's just what I gather. That by default, this was a man's right, and you know how men rights are. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not always right. And when they can't do it with fact, or nothing like that, they just come up with all kind of other theories and add definitions and descriptions and move goalposts and stuff. I just think it was a matter of them being right about what a colorist was, and you really just have a preference, which I think we all do. Like, don't we all have a preference?
I
Well,
was
no.
confused. I was utterly confused.
Well, sister, try not to let it keep bothering you too long. Because at the end of the day, baby, opinions is like assholes. We all got them. And
Right.
how somebody else feels about you at the end of the day, it ain't none of your business. You know who you are. That's
I
that.
will. I'll own this part. I'm not big on labels. I don't like labels. I don't like pigeonholing someone or putting someone in a box. So I just feel like the subject is too broad to ever put me in that category.
Yeah. But you can't stop somebody from saying or having their perception. Perception is the individual entitlement,
That's
right?
true. Definitely.
So, hey, respectfully, I disagree with you, but I accept your perception.
And that's where I think I kind of wanted it to get to. It was never that common ground. It was, since I'm not accepting it, they go try to convince me to accept it. I'm not subscribing to this.
No, now they need to take that advice as well. They are entitled to their perception, but you cannot force me to accept your title of me.
Yeah, no,
No, no.
no.
You
So it
might have
was a
hurt their
learning
feelings.
experience for me.
You might have hurt their feelings though, because I've seen your two panelists for colorful convos, and they are on the brighter scale, like of the paper bag. So basically, what you told them were they weren't attractive to you. That's what you
But
told them.
it wasn't personal.
I know they took it that way. Male egos. They say women are emotional. Prime example. That so are men.
Yeah,
Because
you know how I feel about that statement.
yeah, yeah,
Like we all have emotions. Whether you choose to show them, that's on you. But we all have emotions.
they displayed theirs yesterday when they
And
took
so
that
did
photo.
I. So did I. It was a learning experience for me though. Like, Because I will say I do get defensive. I get very defensive. Um, if I'm not a certain way, I stand on what I stand on. So, but I shouldn't get so defensive. I can accept your difference of opinion and move on.
Right.
But I was mad.
I mean, because it kind of was an attack at your character.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when somebody, I'm like that. If somebody attacks my character, it take me a minute to get to this good, mature place that I'm
Yeah.
advising you from.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it was like they was trying to give me every type of scenario to accept it. Like, what if his credit is 8,000? What if he go to church every day of the week? What if I still would not be sexually attracted?
Yeah, you hurt their feelings. You hurt them ninjas' feelings. You hurt them ninjas'
Them my
feelings. They
guys
took it
though. Them my
personal.
guys. Them my
They took
guys.
it personal. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, if y'all catching this replay or if y'all the ones in them bushes, get out your feelings, baby. Get out your feelings. She ain't saying you ugly. She just saying you don't make the coochie go whoop whoop.
And not
And
only that,
see,
we don't need to forget, what colorism actually really do mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just change it up to fit your narrative or your circumstance or your argument at the time, guys. Like, it is just whatever fuck. It just is.
Agreed.
and that's what they said I was doing, changing the definition. Because I'm like, colorism is me treating somebody of my same ethnicity a certain type of way in the negative aspect because of their skin tone. That means you have a right to respect. You have a right to me treating you how I want to be treated. But you don't have a right to my coochie. It was
No,
like we have a right to attempt to get in the draws. Like, no. Like if I'm not sexually attracted to that person, I don't have to pay them no attention.
no. I mean, they can attempt. They do have the right to shoot their shot. It just
Right.
doesn't mean it's gonna be a successful shot
Period.
because of your
Period.
preference. Because of your preference. Simply said.
Did you just release it?
I'm trying to, but I just know
I hope
that it's
so.
gonna come up again. But it's like this where I'm at with it with the conclusion, right?
Okay.
I understand what they're saying
Okay.
and why they might feel that way.
Okay.
However, I'm not a colorist. Simple and plain.
I mean, because that would just make other people be other things, and the list would go on and on and on. Because you don't date tall, you don't date short, you don't date big, you don't date little. Like, the list would just go. It would just go on and on and on. If that
Right.
was actually how it goes, it just don't work like that.
Right. So I'm just still decompressing from that, y'all, because it was a very heated discussion. However, that's why you pay to watch on Patreon, so y'all can get the raw, uncut, emotional, fiery conversation. So it's over there. Y'all definitely could check it out because I started to take it down. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
No, that's
You
why they
need it.
pay the membership.
I
So they
started to
can
take
get
it
that.
down. I just felt like I looked so bad. Like, what? And then I was like, you know what? That's what they paid for. So it's up there. It's over there. But it was a learning lesson for me, like I said. I shouldn't be so defensive when I know that I'm not that way.
Right.
Oh, they had them pissed you smooth
Oh, I was
clean the
pissed
fuck
off.
off.
She was
And
hot.
at that point, I just start being an asshole. Like,
She was hot. She was hot.
cause they tried to, okay, so one of my panelists, CJ, she's chocolate, like y'all.
Correct.
And so they tried to give me a scenario like, well, what if CJ, and I just cut them off like, well, she's chocolate, so she's good. So what's up?
Period.
But I was just being an asshole at that point, like, but I know next time, if I feel offended by something to not take it on personally. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we can have a discussion and I could disagree and not take it personally. But it was kind of hard for me because it was just like they was gunning for me for 50, 60 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. But you did you gave them that too. You were saying, don't let it fly. Let it fly, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? So you know it, you just wasn't applying it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So next time it's just gotta be a learn make it be a learning experience for whoever's watching it,
Yeah.
whoever see it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm trying hard not to cuss, girl. It's hard not to curse.
Let me see. We 17 minutes in. Go ahead, girl.
Oh, okay.
Okay, shit. So let that be an example.
The bug.
Let
The
that be an
bug.
example to the men, though. And you see how that went? Because that's the structure, right? The men, the women, the children. So when the men got in their feelings and took things personally instead of staying logical,
Hmm.
the woman naturally submitted and followed suit. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
blame the men.
And I'm normally not that way, so I take accountability for that part. But I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Well, it's like you said, learning experience,
Mhm.
you'll deal with it differently going forward from now on. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah.
But it's up there for y'all to see, y'all. So patreon.com/colorful convo. Check it out.
Can you drop that link in the chat?
I absolutely can.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Let me see. I'm still here. I'm just finna drop it in the chat.
Already.
Hmm. So look, so once before, I had said on a show of mine, Transparent Talk, okay,
Drop that link.
on YouTube. Come check me out. I've asked the audience, the ladies and the men too, because I want to know, what's the difference. Like, I know y'all have experienced it as well. When you get all dressed up and you think you looking your best and feeling your best, it's not you get approached very slim to none. You know what I'm saying? But if it's on some running to the store, errands, bills, grocery shopping, just your regular get up, oftentimes more than not, you get attention, way more attention than you do when you actually think that when you are trying to draw attention. Okay.
Right.
And a few of the fellas was saying that the possibility of just being intimidated was that, and that was one of my main go-to's. I was thinking that, but it's been some time, and I've talked and I've listened and I've talked and I've listened, and I've come to a second conclusion now. It could be another thing as well, and it could be that men never really lost their yearning and passion and love for natural women.
That's exactly it.
I
They
can
they,
agree
they
with that.
yeah, they just didn't. Like, they appreciate being able to see the beauty in just you being the natural you. um and I'm not saying that anything's wrong with showing up with
What's
your
up, Big
nails.
Pressure?
Hey, big pressure.
Salute. Ain't nothing wrong with showing up with your hair, your lashes and your nails and stuff like that. But, you know just know that the way you show up initially that's what that's going to automatically solidify the type of individual that you attract. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get to dating realistically. If you know that you're not a woman that's this the wigs and the long nails and the makeup and the spanks and the what is it, the corsets and push up bras and stuff like that every time, then you can't, to meet your equal,
You
to
ain't
meet
gonna meet
your
them when you like it.
man, to actually meet on your level. I just don't see how that can happen because, in my opinion, your rep show up. Your rep show up and meet somebody who looking for somebody that's just like what your rep showed up as. But that ain't you. You really are just basic and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You just naturally beautiful. So you attract somebody that's up here and they thinking of what things look like to them, financial plans and all, because you came up here for the night. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
dressed up and you met them here for the night, but on the normal, you just you naturally just you ain't with all of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just show up as yourself, like real talk. I think that we can have a hell of a lot more successful relationships. Women can if they would just show up content with themselves, continue with how they are, how they look, how they move, how they dress, because then the man that approaches you is going to then determine, I guess for lack of a better phrase, what level of a man is in your tier. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Am I
I
I
making
get
think
that.
sense?
Cat Williams said it best when he like, I don't think a man ever turned down no ass from a woman with purple nails and fuchsia toenails. Like, we do all of, I feel like women, they do all of that dressed up hair stuff, body stuff. They do that for other women.
Yeah.
You do that to outdo the next female because natural women are still getting men, still getting married, still having children. So that lace front that's incorrectly cut anyway is not helping you get nowhere further. Like, listen, when it comes to like makeup and stuff like that, I don't have, first of all, I don't have time to paint my face on. Now, I don't knock nobody for what they do, but I just feel like if you don't like what you see, what is the point of me trying to pretend and do some other stuff to get you to like me? Because when it come off, then what?
Mm.
So I totally agree with you.
No, I just think that it's okay to show up as that woman with that lace front melted, you know, lashes properly installed, um, good quality hair, and the heels, the nails, the whole nine. If that's the position you in and that's what you do, that's you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. Only thing I'm saying is you trick yourself by trying to trick for one night.
Yeah.
Because the man that's really on your level, that really could possibly give you the life in the future that you want, he'd never approach you because you've tricked yourself out your spot going up here for one night, because that's not you. So just be you, show up as you,
Yeah.
so that you can actually start in attracting what's equal to you. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I just was
It
thinking
does.
about that. That was
It
heavy.
makes sense, TT. I do. You dig it, dig it. I'm
You
gonna
I
keep
can
sound
really
you sound like you underwater, sis.
Really?
There you go.
be good. Yeah.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna start off by saying, how about when you do get dressed and you know you looking good? The only men that have enough confidence to come holler at you be the drunks and the junkies.
Fact.
Hey, baby girl, ooh, baby girl, you look good. Like, man, if you don't go ahead on, I had to check myself in the mirror. Like, nigga, do I really look like me and you compatible?
The
But
ones
then,
that they know they know. They just want the talk. That's all. Like, come on. It's
but
levels.
and I'll say this: some days I feel like lashes and nails and makeup. Some days I feel like combing my hair. Some days I don't. All days it's me. It just depends on what I'm doing, where I'm going,
Right,
how I'm feeling.
right.
So, but I do get what you're saying. All the time I'm gonna come as me. So if I meet him and I'm done up like that, trust me, the next time he see me, I'm gonna make sure he see me how I am on a day to day, because that is absolutely not my day to day. I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna let him know that when we talking. Especially if I do the lashes, because I'll probably be fidgeting with them babies and telling him, yeah, these will be off by the night. But I get it. Definitely always show up as you, because you can't get what's for you being somebody else.
Right.
I just never subscribed to being uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable all night.
Yeah. I mean, I could do it for a night because I think we all get dolled up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? To go do something. But
I'm gonna be
I'm just
dolled up
saying
and
that don't think that that's what's necessary to get the attention. Because you can get the attention, but can you maintain the attention?
right.
not there. There's
If
the thing.
if it's not there's no way. This nigga's got 6 packs. He's chiseled, his skin glowing and glossing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And here you is. You won't let a 5 minute conditioner sit on your scalp. You know what I'm saying? You skip that step. You
When
just
you unbutton all that waist trainer stuff, all that stuff come falling out.
Yeah, that's what I'm just not with. I don't know.
you
I'm a
just
I
different
can't.
type of breed though.
be
I
real to yourself.
I can't do all that. Like the most uncomfortable thing that I'll do for a night, honest to God, is lashes, y'all. And they not uncomfortable.
Don't
I'm
forget to
just not used
eat.
to
I
them. Hey, Rico. Wait a minute. That Negro ain't speak to me
ain't say
anyway.
your name, remix my name, but we ain't gonna hold it against you this time. Just don't forget to eat next time.
Don't forget to
Anyway,
eat. Please don't forget to eat.
please don't forget to eat. Yo,
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, you know what? And I know that aesthetics is what happens with us on initial meet and greet. Like
right,
what we
right,
looking at. You know what I'm
Yeah.
right.
saying? So that is a big determiner into what you're gonna end up with because that'll get the attention, but it won't. It's not gonna be qualified to hold the substance of it. It's not gonna keep the substance in the relationship. It's just not.
Agreed.
It's
So
just not.
even when I do if I put some makeup on, it's still a natural beat. It's
Right.
not contoured and all that to give me high cheekbones and Vietnamese eyes and all that good old stuff. I
You
still look
just
like me.
described my damn face.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna put on makeup to make myself look like Nicole.
No.
I'm still gonna be
But
the same
damn.
shade. I'm still gonna be the same shade. I'm still gonna look like me. Literally.
I mean,
You know?
the goal is only to
Enhance it a
accent
little bit. Yeah.
accent what you got. You know,
You know why else I think that when you natural and you just come out that you draw attention? Because all of these people that are subscribing to this new age image of beauty,
yeah,
they all starting to look the same.
they do.
So when you do come out as your natural self and you just out here, you do stand out. Cause all of these hoes look the same.
I heard
Xerox
that too.
copy.
I've heard that too. I've heard that said several places as well. So yeah, that's true.
And then y'all know these Negroes is really all at their core looking for somebody that can clean
Thank
their house,
you.
cook their food, and take care of their kids. So if they want to see you in your most natural state, because if you always done up, chances are you ain't doing no cleaning. You know what I'm saying? If your face is beat to the max every day, all day, you cannot leave out the house without your face being beat to the max and heels on and shit. Chances are, now I don't like to paint with a broad brush, so I ain't gonna say everybody that do that is like that. But chances are, you're not Susie Homemaker.
It's a possibility. And it's another possibility. You could be that bitch.
Yeah.
You
So
could
you would attract the type
exactly,
of man who
exactly,
was looking for that type of woman.
exactly. That is my point exactly.
Right,
Absolutely.
right, right.
So
So
I'm
it's
not mad at it. I'm not mad at it if that's your shit. You represent that shit. It's you to the fullest. I
Hey,
ain't mad at it.
Nicole.
I just want motherfuckers to be aware of how this works. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
this is just how it works. Like,
Like, don't be mad at the man when he picked you up a certain way. and then
Right.
you not that way, and he fall back.
Like,
Right.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah.
Now don't be mad.
Don't be
Or, it's a lot of people living outside their means to uphold an image because they're not ready to be on that level. So, TT, you absolutely right when you say it's levels to this.
It is.
Yeah,
You living outside your means for some lipstick, boo? Uh,
Yeah.
I couldn't be me.
you
But that's it.
Christian
That's
Louis
what.
Vuitton and name brand to the from the head on the. You got, the shades on and they name brand and everything on you is name brand. And then he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up," and he picked you up from the housing authority projects, and you ain't got no car, and you ain't got no furniture in your house, and you sleep on an air mattress, and your refrigerator look like baby's refrigerator when they took her kids home that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this shit don't match.
You ain't got time for it. You ain't got time for it. You have no time for that. None.
So, are some men
So
and women looking for what
and
social
stop trying
media
to
and
fool.
celebrities tell us what we should look for? Absolutely, big pressure. And that's what I'm saying when I'm saying all of these women are starting to look alike. Like, they watch TV, they see these music videos, they see commercials, Instagram, and they like, oh, this is what's in now. Let me copy this. No, do what's good for your face. Like, I'm a cosmetologist. I lose some customers due to my honesty, but if you come and sit in my chair and say, I want this hairstyle, I have to tell you whether this fits your face structure or not. Whether you can pull this off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a copy and paste type of thing.
Right.
So all of these bitches is walking around looking like identical aliens.
Yeah.
Not identical aliens.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, okay, when you get surgery, if you get a BBL or something like that, you're supposed to get it to fit your body tight. However, they don't do that.
Right.
You
Right.
got these skinny little legs with this big old butt. You look like an alien.
Yeah.
Like Tiny.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah.
T-I-Y,
She
Tiny.
looks a little awkward.
Oh,
Yeah, them little ant legs.
I
She look
wasn't
like
gonna
an
put a
ant.
name to it, but
I am. She looked like an ant. My
Exactly.
perception.
Ant farm.
Yeah, yeah.
She's definitely a
And
little
not
awkward.
just their looks though, but we were talking about dating and naturally finding a date. Um, they also look to reality TV and TV shows for what type of relationship they want.
Yep.
True.
You think
Horrible.
everything is a Hallmark movie or something.
Mhm.
You can't stand the rain. You think it's all sunny all the time. He's supposed to be yes man, yes, 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 yes. Everything you tell him to do, he's yes, yes, yes. And that's not how none of that really work in real life.
Or on the flip side, you want you a gangster, and then when you talk to him crazy and you put your hands on him and then he reciprocates, now you want to be a victim. No,
Mhm.
you wouldn't ask for that.
Yeah. It's it's definitely boundaries. I mean, I'm not gonna ever say like women don't do shit that deserve. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers got a way. We look, us motherfuckers got a way. Okay, about fucking with you. Like we know that. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But is it is it ever gonna be right? Mm-mm. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? No.
Listen, I'll be honest about this because I love being transparent. If y'all know me from this channel, y'all know I push transparency. And my first relationship I was ever in, I'm not gonna say like it was abusive because I never just been beat up by a man,
Mm-hmm.
but he did put his hands on me. So the next relationship I got in, my mentality was, I'm gonna get you before you get me. So
Mm-hmm.
I started a lot of the physicality, you know what I'm saying? But I never played the victim. A lot of these females get in these men's faces and want to play the male role and be so masculine, and then when he reciprocate because you don't push them to the edge, now you want to be a victim. That's not fair either.
Yeah. No. And that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Star Love.
They have a way about provoking. Women
Yeah.
we do, we do stuff and we do it intentionally sometimes. It just depends on the situation, you know. But the problem that I see women having is not knowing when to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? When to back the fuck back. You know, like it is a limit. Everybody
Yeah.
has a limit, and a smart woman would just know that limit. Like you know your power. You know your
Hmm.
fucking power. You know you have the power to make or break some shit. So know when to leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying?
And
Let it go.
men know when to leave it alone too, because there's some women who find joy in pushing a man buttons, and they don't
Yeah,
never leave her.
I think men like drama. That's just my
I think so
opinion.
too. I agree.
yeah.
Ain't nothing that I'm saying, law, but I really do. I think that a lot of men, I won't say all men, I think that a lot of men actually like drama.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm listening.
I've witnessed men that I love, not, you know, it's not intimate like just my loved ones.
Okay.
I've watched them pass up some really good women, but the women were calm. They wasn't with the shits. And then the one that get on everybody's nerves, and he always got to argue with her and leave the events early. They stay together for years and
That's
years.
what I said. Yes,
Now he complain about her all the time, but he don't never go nowhere.
they got a new baby every year.
I ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna go nowhere.
I done heard a lot of them say crazy women got good cooch.
You know that niggas love toxic.
Yeah, I
Niggas
really
love
believe that.
they love some toxic pussy. I mean, it's just what it is. Niggas love it. Like they don't want no contaminated, but they love some toxic.
Agreed.
Hmm.
So I think that
I'm
that's
just gonna
another
be
thing,
silent.
huh?
I'm gonna sit this one out.
I think that's another thing though, is that people need to be realistic when dating about what it is they looking for.
That yeah. Say that again.
We need to know.
Yeah, you need to be realistic about what it is you really attracted to, not the idea of what you want. Hey Joe.
Hey.
You definitely need to know. You need
Because
to
Some
know.
people don't know. Be honest about not knowing too.
correct,
Absolutely.
correct. Tell a
Absolutely.
bitch I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause you give the one type girls too much attention, oh you they man.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it definitely can take some time getting to know, what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Life, it takes life. So it's nothing wrong with not knowing it, but you do need to know it at some point. What is it that you do want? It's okay that you don't know if you don't know. Maybe you ain't had enough experiences yet, perhaps. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But, at some point you most definitely need to have an idea about it because men are saying to us ladies that we don't know what the fuck we want. That's what I've been hearing. That's
hmm.
what I've been hearing. I've heard that multiple places. So men are really believing that we don't really know what the fuck we want. And I know we're great communicators because that's all we like to do is fucking talk. But
I'll
what
be
we know,
honest with y'all. I'll be honest with y'all. I might not know like besides after the physicality of it, I might not know everything that I want right now because I just am not well versed in dating. I've been in 3 relationships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what I don't want, but like the whole package of everything, I'm still learning. And I
Right.
feel like there's nothing wrong with saying that, but people go into things like they got it all together. So then when somebody holds your feet to the fire, when a situation arises where you don't know what to do, then that's a whole nother problem on top of problems. You know what I'm saying?
Preach. Preach. I mean, but that's a good start to know what you don't want. That's a wonderful start. It wasn't until I got my divorce that I knew exactly what I wanted and what I didn't want. Because before then, I was like you. I knew what I wanted, what I didn't want, but I didn't know specifically what I wanted. And it took me having to really get to know me and my growth. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with myself about myself.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't take the time to do that. They jump from one relationship to another relationship. I really don't like a lot of cliches that are out there, you guys. I don't. And one cliche that I don't like is to get over one nigga, you get under another nigga. You didn't even solve the problems from the other nigga that you just got from up under.
Right, but
Wait a minute, that's not a cliche. That's a whole quote.
yeah.
Whatever.
That is
But
not
it's so
fucking
But
old.
phrase, let me just say phrase. I don't like that phrase. It's weird to me. Like,
But at some point or another, you got to admit that as you get older, as you get more experience, no, I'm not, Joe. As you get more experience, now he made me lose my fucking thought. Shit, what the fuck?
as you get more experience, what you realize that you have to move on once you to get over somebody. I mean, once
no,
you
I
No,
get
no, no. I
that.
got it. I got it. Okay, I found
okay,
it.
okay.
All right, so the more y'all gonna fucking kill me if I tell you I forgot it again.
All right, well, let me stay on the subject so maybe you can remember. But I get that you got to eventually move on, but you got to give yourself time to heal first. The next nigga do not deserve to deal with the bullshit that you carrying from the last nigga,
Yeah, I'm with it, and that
and
goes.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Let me write this shit down. Hold on. Shit.
Oh shit. Yeah, absolutely. And then when you have kids involved, that also factors in. You know what I'm saying? Because if it didn't work out with the other kid's parent and you trying to date again, that complicates things because not only do you and that motherfucker got to be compatible, but at some point your kid got to like them. They have
Yes,
to be compatible with your kid.
yes. What are you known to do to women, Joe? Tell us.
Okay, so
Let us
can I
know.
complete my thought before it blows my head open?
Go
The mic
ahead.
is yours.
Okay. Okay, so what I was gonna say is, but even though all of those sayings we've heard a lot of them, throughout our lives, just coming up. But as you go through life and you go through different experiences and you gain shit as you go, you find that those all of those sayings are relevant and they become relevant to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion at some point or another in your life. For example, the way you get a man is the way you keep him. You
Yeah.
know, so it plays right into what we was just talking about earlier about showing up a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It goes along with it.
Okay.
And I've been hearing that shit for the longest.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I
you
thought it
just
was how you get a man. That's how you will lose them.
Both. How you keep
Oh,
them
both.
I
in
It's
never
there.
heard to keep
both.
them.
It's both.
It's both.
So
Y'all know one saying that I hate?
Would.
That you want to have your cake and eat it too. If I had some cake, you better be damn skippy. I'm eating it.
Yeah, I hate that one. That's that we I can stand with you on that one because that don't
You
even
want
make
your cake
sense.
and eat it too. And I want some ice cream with it too.
yeah.
Now I did see on Facebook, and Facebook is always right.
Hold on, wait. Go ahead.
Don't,
Keep talking.
don't
Keep talking.
put your disclaimer up, okay? That the saying is really supposed to be, "You want your Kate and Edith too."
Oh,
So saying you want both Kate and Edith,
right.
like you want both of your bitches.
Yep.
And it did make way more sense than the nigga rise cake and eat it too. So
Yep.
Well, I
I
don't
say
understand. Break it down.
Kate, like Kate, and Edith, like Edith.
Two
Two
bitches.
different women, two
You want
bitches.
both of them.
Yeah, you want your Kate and Edith too.
No, that's the niggerized version.
No, the nigga rise version is you want your cake and eat it too, because that don't make no damn sense.
Right.
Now it do make
It
sense to
doesn't.
say how.
No, it
Well,
don't.
No, I said you want your cake and eat it too. That don't make sense because I'm gonna eat my cake.
Right.
right. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what niggas did in translation over the years. But it made sense when I saw your Kate and Edith too.
Yeah, it do. It do make more sense.
Well, if you're not married, you can. Because people be treating boyfriend and girlfriend like marriage, and that's not marriage.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
But
that's the conversation as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Because I fell into that, y'all know I don't have no sisters. I got all brothers, so I'm a nigga on that side. And my friends would be like, because I come from wives, no disrespect to the baby mamas, because I'm a single mother. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. It's not no diss to nobody else, because, people try to take shit and run with it.
Right.
right.
But I come from wives, so that's what I know to be. Those are the qualities I have when I'm in a relationship. However, just because you're my boyfriend don't mean I'm supposed to do all the wifely duties, because
Right.
then why do you have the gumption to
Wife.
marry me?
Right. What's gonna make you wife me?
So
Like,
I think that people be
But
putting too much weight on that girlfriend boyfriend stuff. Like, he don't have a commitment to you.
that's
right.
that cliche, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Boom.
Hmm.
Boom. I mean, of course you're gonna be good to him. You dating him. You fucking with him.
Right.
Know? But it's levels to this shit.
Your
Yeah.
laundry is not my responsibility.
Levels.
No.
Making sure you eat every day is not my responsibility.
It's levels.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's,
that's just not that.
yeah, I agree.
Nor are my bills your responsibility.
Yeah. Women.
Now if I fuck with you the long way, then I'm probably gonna ask you, have you eaten every day? Some days that might be me cooking for you, and some days that might be me saying, well, damn, what you gonna eat? but but yeah, I'm with it. And Joe, no, where you see a Nutri at, Joe? You do too much.
He said, no, don't do that. A real man wants to know what he's getting the same way a woman wants to know. I
Wait,
agree with you there. Where did I say don't do that at?
wait, let me read it too. Shit.
I agree with that. I'm saying you definitely shouldn't be putting all your eggs in one basket if you don't have a ring on your finger.
Correct. Now, as far as know what you're getting, I don't have to do your laundry for you to know I know how to do laundry. You're not gonna ever come to my house while I'm doing laundry. I don't have to cook for you every day for you to know I know how to whip some shit up. I'll
Right.
cook for you, just not every day. You know what I'm saying? And of course,
And we're obviously smashing at that point.
that's what I was gonna say. Well, if of course we're smashing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Then how do you get the ring? You already know that that I'm what you want at that point.
Joe,
You know that it can only get better from there. I mean, what? How else do I get the ring? Like,
That's how them women be fiancés for 15 years.
right,
right. When you come to my house and you see that if it ain't clean, I'm cleaning. When you see my children and you see that they are respectable, that they have good grades, that I'm active in their lives, we have a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? When you see that when you come to my house, the Wi-Fi is still on, the lights are on, there's food in the refrigerator, that means that I know how to handle my business. You can tell what type of woman I am. I don't have to come to your house and do it for you. We ain't married.
right. And I mean, and it's not it's nothing that I gotta do, but it's all about what type of bitch it is. Like, what type of woman is it?
He said, can he
You
come
might
up
have
for
a
you?
woman that don't mind, tossing a load in every once in a while for your ass. But nigga,
Right.
you not. This ain't contracted for me to do this. Like,
We
it's
opening
like,
the door, shall?
If
oh,
you
I'm
would
good.
like, I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm good with. Yeah, so because you've spent a significant amount of time with me, and you know that you enjoying every ounce of it thus far, nigga. and again,
Yeah, I don't mean hold back,
it can
but
only get greater.
you're not owed certain things as a boyfriend. You're owed
And
certain things as a husband.
and also, if I want to go eat with John, I'm going to eat with John.
Yeah.
If I want to take a road trip with my homegirls, I'm going to take a road trip with my homegirls. If I want to go to the club, I'm going to the club. If I don't want to stay all night with you or want you staying all night with me, I'm not.
As
What,
long as
Joseph?
as
Hello,
long
everyone. How is everyone doing this beautiful night?
What's going on, Joe? Welcome.
hey,
Okay, so TT, you was the one that last answered the question, right?
pretty sure I was.
Okay, so TT, do you go into every relationship like if it's a defined relationship? Hey, we are monogamous. We're together. Do you go into every relationship thinking marriage?
No. Wait. With that understanding, that's what it is. We're a couple.
Like we've had the conversation, like we've dated, we've courted, we've gotten to know each other. We're having that conversation. We are both exclusive. We're monogamous. Now we're moving forward. Like, do you go into those type of relationships thinking marriage?
That is the end goal of it. Yes.
So then why wouldn't you give like why wouldn't you the same way that we have to let the women know that we are trying to take to that level that we can protect and provide and make them happy and all of that, like why what would be the negative of showing a man what he's going to get if he does get married? And I'm not talking about some of these boys who are posing as men. I'm talking about men who actually see women in their value, men who actually want to be in these type of relationships and start families and businesses and dynasties. That
Okay, so just like it, in my opinion, and from my point of view, just like I said, it's levels to it as a woman. It's also levels to it as a man. You have the control, all the creative control that you need as a man to do whatever you need to do to show me and make me safe and secure, and even want to say yes if you ask. So that's up to you how much of that you pour in, but you definitely have creative control over how much. You can make me see a lot of things without giving me everything that I have not dedicated myself to you to have. You get what I mean? Like, it's
I,
nothing
I
wrong with.
totally get what you on, but that I guess that's where me logically, that's where my disconnect comes because I feel like and I've heard y'all. I heard y'all say this before I came up. Like y'all are already smashing at this point, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
So I feel like a woman opening her legs to me is one of the greatest gifts she can give. So if we're at that point, we should be thinking long term. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be holding anything back because we've already crossed that threshold. It's when we try to like put these blinders up or governors up over trying to be with someone that we end up like messing up that relationship because like it's hard to get over those walls.
I'm gonna give you my love, my loyalty, my respect, and that's a lot to give, and continuously giving, and don't mind giving it to you. So with that, it don't even have to be said. It's just understood that I'm doing what I need to do as a woman, as your woman, to make you want to go ahead and marry me.
So what would you be holding back then?
There, I can give you a specific, because I guess it would depend on the actual relationship. Like, I don't know. Like I just said to them, I'm not so keen on not washing clothes. I might feel like washing your shit, but it don't mean I'm gonna wash your shit every time it need washing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you. It's a case by case situation. Different niggas brings different vibes and energies and
Okay.
all that extra shit. So it's a case by case. So
And I believe you, Titi. Like just interacting with you and hearing you talk, I wouldn't. A lot of these questions that I'm posing are really not to you because I don't feel like you would have this issue. But there are a lot of females out there that think like that.
Excuse
absolutely,
And
me? So you
absolutely.
weren't posing those questions to any of us on the panel or just the CT?
I mean, she was the only one to answer. Madam, you already know, like, it's the same with you and Miss Nicole. I don't know you, but if you mess with these two young ladies, I would have to assume that you're the same. So I would say the same thing for all three ladies on the panel.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these issues that some of these women who are not mature enough or who don't take the time to be able to heal and take these issues into relationships, a lot of these issues that we talk about, even though like we understand them, they're not more for us, they're really for them, because
Right.
they haven't gotten to that point to where they can understand that you are as valuable as you let that other person make you feel. So whatever you allow that person to do, that's what they're going to do. So if that
Yeah.
person is walking all over you, you should probably look at yourself and be like, well, why don't I love myself enough to be like, this is not what I want for my life?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's for real. That's real shit though.
So Joe, I'll give you a prime example. Tonight I actually had a guy friend that I'm dating who said that they were looking into changing careers and doing CDLs and truck drops. And I
Okay.
said, oh, okay, cool. So you just gonna get up on out of here, huh? He says, well, he says, well, you could come with me. And I said,
Mm.
well, how am I gonna make money with you driving the truck? And he said, well, I'll be making X amount of dollars. I looked into it, and so we'll be good. And I told him I would never do that for a nigga I'm fucking. A husband? Yeah, I could see myself submitting because I trust that you will do what you're supposed to do for us as a unit because we've committed to being as one. But just for a boyfriend, a nigga I'm fucking, I'm not finna give up my income. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, I got
that's
you.
a prime example of not giving wife to a boyfriend.
Perfect example. I like that.
Yeah.
Very good analogy.
Thank you. And it was a real life situation. Yeah, big pressure. That's Joe kicking that real shit. He came up here trying to make TT accept his engagement.
Nah, I seen that ring on her finger. That's the first two, three things I look at on a woman is her eyes, her lips, and her ring finger.
Oh, okay. So, Joe, you've been in the chat. What do you think about this segment?
I think it's nice. I love to hear conversations like this and interject because I feel like a lot of our issues come from the lack of communication, the lack of being able to be transparent with each other and just kind of hear what you're saying and not just dismiss it so easily.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to come back on this one. Did Joe say the eyes, the lips, and the hand?
That's what
And the
he
ring
said.
finger.
And I had all three of them, didn't it, Joe? Now I'm going.
Let's go, TT. Yeah, so, that's dating realistically. Like, you got to be 1,000. So, Joe, like, if you're dating this lady and you sleeping with her, y'all are sleeping with each other. That doesn't obligate you to buy her a car if her car is not working. But it does if you deal with her, then hey, you might take it to a mechanic and get it looked at, and if you can afford it, get it fixed. But you're not obligated to go into your savings or work overtime to, you know what I'm saying, to go above
So,
and beyond.
madam, do you want me to be real with you?
Absolutely.
If if I'm if I'm interacting with a female and we've had sex, then there is a relationship. If there is a relationship, then if her car does break down, I'm gonna make sure that if I have to get her another car, that's what I'm gonna do. And it's just me because I look at a relationship again as the end goal to be married. Does it always work out like that? No, but sometimes you just kind of take the experience and learn and move on. So like I go into every situation with the same mentality. So if that's something that I have to do, I would treat her just like I would treat my wife.
Okay, so let me ask you this as a follow-up question. Are you currently married?
Nope,
So isn't insanity doing the same thing and expecting a different result?
it is, but I'm not doing the same thing.
So I wouldn't just tell women to stop giving wife to boyfriends. I'll also say that to my brethren, to men, stop giving husband to girlfriends. So how about change that? You could be down with her without being like a husband to her. Because why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? She's gonna fall in love with your hand and not your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I've if you want to be honest, I've in the last 16 years, I've been with two females. One I was married to, and the other we were like we were actually about to get married. It didn't work, so I mean, I can't say that we did, but like I do and I hate to say the word, but I do a vast amount of vetting so that situations like this don't arise to where I'm not giving my time and energy to someone who's not deserving. But I then still look at it like my life is to be of service. So if I do end up in one of those situations, like this is just what I was supposed to do.
So what do you give your wife that your girlfriend didn't have? What do you what is it that you're offering your wife that makes it exclusive to your wife?
My life, I wouldn't die for a girlfriend.
Please don't die for your wife. As your wife, she would want you to live for her.
But I mean, if I had to take a bullet for my wife, yeah. Like if we got into one of them hostile situations or one of them jigsaw type situations, and we had to pick a side, like it would be me.
So that's where you draw the line at.
Yeah,
So
pretty
you
much,
do everything for the chick before y'all married except give your life.
pretty much.
Damn. Okay.
He said,
Okay.
damn, she was a good girlfriend.
Right. Sorry, Taya.
I
Okay.
mean, it happens. Just as like
Oh,
honestly, just as a
Lord.
mature adult, like I know, like you can give your all to somebody and be married and it still don't work. So I mean, in any relationship, whether it's romantic, business, platonic, like there's the chance that you might come in like on the wrong end of the stick. So I mean, just as long as you continue to be you and don't compromise your morals, I'm cool with anything that comes.
I've clearly missed a lot of this here, judging from the chat. So
I like his line of thinking though. It would be refreshing if a lot more men thought like that.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
because
we get to
we
like
have to
this
protect y'all.
conversation. I'm sorry, Joe. What you say?
We have to protect y'all, and a lot of us honestly don't have that mentality. Like in any relationship, I look at it like, and I know it's a weird way of looking at it, but honestly, it's the reality. In any of these relationships, like it's codependency. Like I'm gonna benefit some, you're gonna benefit some. It's just are we okay with this relationship to be able to continue to move as mature adults? Because a lot of this stuff comes down to communication, a lack of respect, and just a lack of understanding. And that's really easily fixed just by sitting down and having a conversation and as opposed to talking all the time, just sitting down and listening.
Yeah, a lot of people do not have listening skills mastered.
Well, and all the time, you hear men say a lot of times they don't want to do a bunch of talking. I
Yeah.
hear that more than I hear them saying, "Come talk to me." You know.
Teacher, you want to know why? Um, a lot of us as men were raised by single mothers, and a lot of us were raised not to talk about our feelings. Our emotions were weak. Like even my mother and a lot of people that I knew and growing up and people that I talked to, like if you hurt yourself, it's that man up, don't cry type of situation. So a lot of us grow up, and it's really not an excuse, because as a man, you should be able to like logically, rationally, and articulate your feelings and emotions without it being seen as feminine. But a lot of us still have that stigma. And then when we have these conversations with females, some females,
Mhm.
is that in times of anger, that gets used, like our emotions get used as ammunition. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well, I'm just not gonna talk.
Mm.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, probably even guilty of that at some point or another in my life. So I get that, but what how do we make that better? Like, how do we fix that? Because y'all broken already in that, you know but that's something that we're just designed to do and want to do. We need to do it. So, how do we get around that wall? Like, how do we create a safe space as women?
Honestly, I heard Room Shaker say some of the most poignant in her words, but it just resonated with me because I've always been a type of person where I shouldn't have to add fluff to the message if the message is the truth and it's pure and it's righteous. But as a man, I do not really like the masculine, more boisterous and aggressive style of women. And she said, well, how do you expect as a man your women to be more feminine if the way that you talk to them and treat them is so masculine? So as men, we have to know how to be able to talk to our women to bring that femininity out. And as women, you guys have to embrace that femininity and understand that you guys are like you make it really easy to be able to be vulnerable, but it's just that fear of, well, damn, if I piss her off on the wrong day, that's gonna come out. So like if we felt more comfortable being able to come to y'all with our feelings, like trust me, we would. Because I'd much rather tell my feelings to a female than a dude. Like if we just want to be honest.
Y'all want to know what I think? I think just like we were speaking earlier on women mimicking women they see in the media looks, I think that they also mimic women they see in the media's personas and attitudes. And they're being so called praised for cussing men out, fighting men, and being so masculine that they like, well, this is what I need to be, when in all actuality, that's a lie. You're getting tricked every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's part of it.
I was gonna ask, so do you think that black women are running men away because they're so masculine? I mean, the
Absolutely.
modern day woman, we talk like niggas, we cussing, and what I'm saying, and it goes even beyond that, with some women, it gets way heavier, you know. Are we running the men away with that?
TT, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, yes.
Absolutely.
But we can't really blame that on women. But it is the truth. Like if you think about it, you want a masculine man. You want him to be able to embrace his femininity because everybody has dual portions, but you want him to be a man. And if you have a feminine man, you probably wouldn't respect that man the same way as if you have a masculine man, and it's the same with men. We
Uh,
want a feminine, soft woman, and sometimes we don't get that because with life and everything that y'all have to go through, like this shit has hardened y'all to a certain degree, and we can't get that femininity unless we actually break down those walls, and that's the hard part. But honestly, if we were met as men, if we were met with a lot more of that feminine energy, you guys would get a totally different result. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's all gonna change overnight, but you women have this innate ability to be able to use your sensuality, your nurturing, your giving, like all of that energy, like that, like you can calm a baby, you can calm a man if he's like you have that ability, and we just need more of that, honestly, because this world is a lot more masculine than it should be. It's not balanced.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I agree too.
I think it's a gift in being a woman. And that's every woman. You know, I do. I think that's powerful, all on its own. So I agree with that. I do.
I think Joe absolutely brought the church with him when he came. He's preaching up here. And
I ain't no church. Like
I,
man, I mean, think about it. We
no,
got
it's
three
not a
ladies on the
bad
panel.
thing. It's not
No,
a
no,
bad.
I get you. But think about it. You got three ladies on this panel, right? And
Yeah,
you guys are just not the type grass, but you guys are over 25, right? So you've had relationships with men. You know that you can walk in the room and look at your man or have something on and get this man to do anything that you want to. So, like, just imagine if you use that to be able to use what we have, because you guys have this ability and we have this ability. If you guys use what you had to motivate us, we'd run through walls and this world would be so different.
That's facts.
I
Oh, I know
I
absolutely
that.
say that
agree.
out quite often.
I was gonna say I've had that happen.
Right,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Um,
I've
Now let's
experienced
pass the
it.
offering plate around and just put a like in there. That's all.
that's all. That's all. Just a that. You know.
Share the video. Let them know the house party is a vibe.
Period.
Let's go.
But I literally preach that so much. Like, women, I said this on a previous show I did a couple weeks ago, that people have taken this strong black women thing too far. If you keep screaming this strong black women thing, you're basically announcing that you don't need any help, you don't need any assistance. um, you don't want the man to treat you as a woman because you're so strong. Like, they've changed the meaning of a strong woman. A strong woman does not mean that you just run over men and you disrespect them.
Absolutely not. And um, I just don't think any real woman or rational, reasonable adult woman looking for a partner, a lifetime partner. I don't think that she would ever. You won't. I couldn't pull myself to attempt to emasculate the man that I'm trying to be with. You
Not
know.
if she has, uh, unless she has ill intention. You're right, TT.
Yeah.
You have to have ill intention for that man. You don't really love him and want what's best for him. It's
Right.
likely that you just want the provider part of him. You want a paycheck. I've seen
Mm.
that happen too.
It's
But
some.
when, yeah, in some. But you're right. When a woman actually loves a man and wants to be his partner in life, you
Mhm.
do. You want to build him up
Yeah.
because that's your protector. That's your structure. So you
It's
absolutely
good to
want
hear
what's
that from
best for
women.
him.
Yeah.
Huh?
It is good to hear that from women, honestly.
It's facts. I remember when I was younger, because y'all know, everybody on my channel know I'm a preacher's kid, two preacher's granddaughter, both sides. So my mom is like the epitome of first lady. So she made my father's plate. She ironed his clothes, and I used to be like, she's so like, why are you doing that? He can wash his own clothes. He can do this. He can do that. Until I fell in love with somebody, and I wanted to do those things for him. Then I got it. Like, okay, she
Yeah.
loves my daddy. Like, she want to do these things. He's not making her do these things. She wants to.
Because he has to go out into the world and fight the world. He got the whole
Mhm.
world conquering, to conquer. So at home
That's
is
supposed to
when
be his piece.
that's his piece where he can recharge, where he can be vulnerable without it being thrown back in his face, where he can be his truest form.
Right.
And you want to prepare him for the world. And when he come back into the home, you want to make sure that he feels welcomed and loved and nurtured.
Absolutely. Because it's
So,
something.
ladies, can I ask a question?
Here he
Go
go.
ahead.
Because I've heard that so much that sometimes you, like, as a man, I've made a woman want to cook or do certain things that maybe she wouldn't necessarily want to do, right? Or when we get down into the relationship where it's contentious, as opposed to that being something that she wants to do now, she finds it as an obligation, right? How do, as men, how do we keep it as what we're putting off, we're giving you, like, we're making you want to be feminine, we're making you want to give us that energy. Like, how do we keep it to that point to where we don't get that masculine energy?
It's just simply some days tell her, babe, sit down, let me do this. Just like some days she gonna surprise you and you might go to pay something and it's already paid. You know what I'm saying? Just every now and then tell her, babe, don't worry about cooking. We gonna go out to eat. I brought you something to wear. Let's go out to eat. Just let and remind her all the time that I appreciate what you do. Instead of barking and, if she slip up and she don't feel good, so today she didn't cook. You know what I'm saying? Don't come home and be like, "Well, damn, you ain't cooked you ain't cooked nothing." You know? Cuz that'll make us feel like, "Well, damn, why you didn't cook?" It'll make us go into that defensive masculine mode. So just remember that she's full of estrogen and all sorts of things going on with the feminine body. So just be human with her. That's my opinion.
I
My
want to
thing,
add to that. I think that it's the feeling of being secure. Women want to feel secure, and we need consistency. So when you are consistent with me feeling secure, I want to do everything for you.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
thing for
TT,
me,
you what?
what
Same with you.
it for me, no, for me, I need for you to keep. It's all of that too, but I need for you to just keep simply being that same nigga that I was willing to lock in with in the first place. You know, and
Okay.
make sure that I'm always safe with you, because once you violate that safety, once you puncture a pinhole in that bubble and take me from my security and my safe space and my safe zone, although I may want you like crazy, I may love you like crazy, you might as well just let all the air out of it, okay? Because it takes so much to restore that where you don't have to ever damage it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So I just need for you to just come in the game the way you're gonna be in the game, and always make sure I'm safe. Make sure that I'm safe to be whatever the fuck with you, and you're gonna get 1,000 out of a woman every time, because that's just
Okay,
who we are.
that makes sense. So would you say that the same answer that you gave about that question would be the same about like actually being led by a man? Because I've heard a lot of women say that they want to be led by a man, but it's just the men that they are meeting are not worthy to be like to follow.
Yeah, that's it. Cause I done met some niggas in my day, that I could tell they was headed off a cliff. I ain't following you there, baby, because you got good sex. I'm gonna keep the rub on and call you at 4 in the morning. I don't need to meet your family. You don't need to meet mine. We just ain't going there. Maybe, maybe it's in you and you just not ready yet. For whatever reason though, right now, yeah, you're not the leading material. You're not the leading type.
Wait, I missed. Maybe I missed the. Give me the question again. I missed it.
So the first question was about how do we keep you guys in that feminine state, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was asking with the answers that you just gave, would you say that it's similar or the same with like having a man lead you?
Oh, my bad. I heard the wrong thing.
What do you
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
now you did because you said you wouldn't let a dude lead you off a cliff.
I mean, that is it. That's just only for the rational, reasonable, sensible human being. I would hope nobody would let nobody lead them off a cliff, and they really didn't want to go. You get what I mean? So
But they doing that every day.
that's understood.
Every day, B.
Just understood for me. But um, I need for you to break that down a little more detail, because I'm not getting a question from that.
So I've heard a lot of females say that they they want to be led by a man,
Mm-hmm.
but the men that they find are not like they're not worthy to lead them. Like it may be the situation, it may be the time, it may be their maturity, like whatever it is. Like what I was asking is there a way to be able to keep that security with women to let them know that we are able to follow us so that we can get, I mean I understand like certain decisions that we make, but like I feel like there's a certain energy that we have to take to be able to show a female or a woman that like we're willing and able to like to lead.
Yeah, well, if I'm not gonna be committing to a man that I don't trust his guidance and his judgment and discernment. I can't even consider this type of a nigga, for long term. Like,
There you go, TT. That's the answer I was looking for. Keep going. Go ahead.
I mean, that's just it. Like, if I don't see those but that quality in you, then I would never ever. There's no possible way I could feel safe with you. Like, my safety never started if I don't trust you to give me direction and lead me and be the top tier in your household over our household. Like, no, I'm not one of those. No.
So
But see, I
so if
think
you get into a
we
relationship,
all are there. But there's a lot of women out here that don't take the time. Like we talked about taking time to get to know somebody. It's a lot of women and men out here that go based off looks. Oh, she looks good. She's about to be my woman. Oh, he look good. He about to be my man. And y'all don't even know each other. So now they having sex, exchanging fluids and pheromones and hormones and all of this. Now they're in love. Now they don't see logic anymore. And they are going off the cliff every day.
Yeah. But see, that's the shit I think at some point or another, more often than not, we all went off the cliff at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to chalk that up to people just not being where some other people are in life.
Yeah.
People already jumped off the cliff, maybe even several times. You know what I'm saying? Thank God we didn't die.
We didn't
But
die.
it's just everybody don't arrive at the same destination at the same time. So I try to see things more that way versus they just ain't gonna get it. I want to believe that motherfuckers is gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather see it that way. You just ain't made it yet, but it's coming. Keep living.
And that just, for me, it just means you ain't the nigga for me right now. 'Cause I'm gonna need you there at a certain level, you know. I'm gonna need you to have something already, some sort of foundation to yourself as a man, some sort of direction as a man. You may not know how to get where you're going. That could be where my help come from. But at least you know where you want to go. At
And I'm
least,
excited. I'm,
yeah,
I'm excited about playing my position as that bitch with you. Shit, nigga, you
right.
ain't finna. I'm not finna give you everything you need to go out in the world and deal with the stresses of the world every motherfucking day, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm excited about that. You know that you get all of that. You deserve it.
I hate to say this, ladies, but a lot of younger women and a lot of younger minded women need to listen to more talks like this because it is so refreshing to hear three mature adults who understand what a relationship is, understand duty role, all of that. Like it's refreshing because a lot of these females do not understand this, and they go into these relationships thinking they know what a relationship is, thinking they know what a man is,
Mm-mm.
Oh,
You cut off, Joe. But TT, what he was saying, I think that goes back to what you were saying. Maybe everybody gets to places, in the journey at different times.
yeah.
Because I, at
Yeah, that
39,
what she
I'm not
said.
the same woman, and I didn't think this way at 19 or 29.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I would have, I wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking for, and I wasn't that woman.
Right.
Right.
You didn't even have what it take at that point.
Right.
Right,
To be
right.
all a nigga needed. Like, it's just it don't
So,
genuinely happen like that.
and even now, right? I'm a mature woman. I know what I want and I don't want. And if I'm with a man, the guy friend that I have, you still have to give each other room to grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
And
you
you have to
com-
know the right person to grow with because I've been in certain instances where I felt like I loved the person so much and I wanted to work with them so much through whatever that I was holding myself back. I
Oh yeah.
stopped myself from a lot of opportunities and passed up my blessings
Yeah.
because I thought I was in love with somebody and I'm trying to work. women, we love differently than men. Like, we will put up with so much more than I feel like a lot of men will put up with. And you need to know when it's time to walk away.
We most definitely, that's called trying to fix some shit that's just, it's not the fix, you
Yeah.
know? It's
Because
called trying to keep a motherfucker that's seasonal,
Yeah.
meant
come
to
on,
be seasonal. You trying to lifetime this nigga. He was never a lifetimer.
he was a
Yeah.
lesson.
Yep. Period.
He was a lesson.
Yeah, that's what it is. But if it
Because
wasn't for those pieces that each one of us, each ex, all you hoes in back there, and all you hoes ahead, okay, we all
Mhm.
collectively put something and pour something into the nigga to get him to where he need the fuck to be.
And we see that every day, don't we? The women that be mad, they be like, oh, he will not be happy with you because I built that man for 17 years.
Absolutely.
And now he went the next one doing everything you taught him
Absolutely.
to do for somebody else.
And,
Well, you stayed that long. You can't be mad at him.
and not only that, it was a bitch that's building your husband.
Period.
Shit, not only that, it goes both ways. Shit, I'm not exempt.
big
Period.
fact.
Shit, I want a nigga. I need you to have some experience so you can know how to deal with me, so you can know how to handle me, so I don't have to say shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
bitch, to all the bitches that building the niggas up, hey, I salute y'all because we all done did something. It's just what we do.
So would it be crass for us to start looking at dating as like, cause I know I used to do this in high school as a joke, but like to start having people fill out applications.
I'm with it.
Not
I
only
don't know. I know you don't know me, but and I shouldn't say this on the airwaves because I know how people take your ideas and run with it. I won't say the name of it, but I wanted to do like a dating type of thing where the prerequisites match you up with those that you want. Because like when you jump into massive dating pools, everybody's there on every level.
yeah,
So you're reaching out to people who you're not on their level, sis.
yeah.
And bro, you're not on her level. So I think it should absolutely be prerequisites that match you up with people who want the same things and have the same goals and eat the same type of food. Like, you know
So
what I'm
like a
saying?
virtual eHarmony or a Match.com.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna say the name because you know how
That's a
people
good
are. But
idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
so anybody want to collab with me? Let's go make this money.
Because I mean, if you think about it, life, existence, relationships, out of this are equations, and you can really like a lot of the courting that we do is to find the best variable for you. So I mean, if you're able to have these type of situations where you can lay certain things out on the line and find like-minded individuals to be able to grow like affection and all of this, like it would make sense to do that.
I'm
I
gonna put it
wouldn't
in a
trust
private
it.
chat.
I wouldn't trust it.
You think people just gonna lie?
People lie every day on applications. My resume is so spruced up. It's got some truth in there, but it's also got a lot of lies.
I put it in the private chat.
you
But
know, I,
like but I don't think it should be like just a dating app and you let them free for
That's
all.
nice.
You curate the meetings. You know what I'm saying? So if you lied, then you miss out because you're gonna show up ill prepared, sir or ma'am.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be for the application and stuff because I hate to feel, I hate to feel interviewed, up on a meet, and I meet people
People
every
don't know
day.
how to be transparent.
Um,
and
uh,
then how does that factor in with life? Because maybe they would react a way that on the application they said they'd never react because they hadn't been through that situation yet.
Well, not them type of discussions. I mean, I feel where he coming from. Just the basics, basically. You
well,
done met a man and you go to church every Sunday and now you attracted to an atheist and you don't know because y'all ain't talked about it. Or these people that get together and this man he don't want kids and your life dream is to be Mother Goose.
Madam, what do you do on first dates?
but couldn't the mind be changed? I mean,
A
because
lot of people mind ain't gonna be changed about having kids.
but it's it's niggas out there who change their mind
Yeah,
Real
definitely.
to fuck with me, and it's
real
niggas I changed my mind to fuck with. So I think it's levels to it.
Yeah, I think both sides. Yeah, both sides of the spectrum, definitely.
I had people that said they didn't date women with fades, and then I cut my hair off, and them niggas was in love still. I just, so
It's
I,
levels. It's just levels to it. It is.
and it's nothing that an application could actually like. It wouldn't be foolproof,
Yeah.
right?
No,
She's
Because
I don't think
no,
nothing
she.
is
I
foolproof.
don't think she's saying that the application is gonna like match
Yeah,
you up with your soulmate. I think she's just
yeah.
saying it's just a way to get the conversation started.
Eliminate a lot of unnecessary back and forths.
The organic stuff, the things that I
Yeah.
think that I just want to learn as
hey,
we
Hey,
go,
babe.
and I get
Yeah,
to
it's
how
basically like a first date on paper.
right.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Well,
See,
see,
that's
on
yeah.
I ask all those questions.
yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
ask. Go ahead, TT. My bad.
I'm sorry, you good.
Yeah, on the first date, Joe, to answer your question, I'm gonna ask, what you want? What you want with me? Why you ask me here? You trying to smash? You know, I'm gonna ask. You got children? When last time y'all talked? How you feel about their mama? I'm gonna ask.
I don't
I'm
want
gonna
to waste
ask
my
all
first
them
date on
questions.
that. I need to have conversations before we even get to the first date. I don't want to waste my first date on the questionnaire.
I'm
And see,
gonna
that's
ask.
what I don't. And see,
Yeah, I'm gonna
you
ask
doing it for another
before we
reason.
even get to the date.
Yeah, you want to do the paper. She's saying she's going to do the questionnaire, and I'm like, don't bum rush me with none
Yeah,
of
no.
don't
But
bum rush me with none of that shit. Just talk, nigga. Hey, my name is, and we just go from
Don't forget the E.
but TT, so like Joe and TT, Nicole, everybody. So by the first date and during the first date, like I'm gonna ask questions. It ain't gonna all be 21 questions. We go on a date and I'm just gonna sit and ask you 21 questions. But
right.
before and during that first date, yeah, I'm gonna be an asked enough to know if I want to go on a second date with you.
Okay, I
You know
get
what
that.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And between first and second date, I'm gonna know if you just something to have fun with or something that I can actually, okay, let me see what it's go.
Because it don't take long to figure out it all. You
No,
know,
I
it
can
don't.
see what you're saying, but I wanna have a conversation before we go out in public. I'm not going out in public with you and I don't know certain things yet. I'm just
we
not.
are gonna have a conversation, but it's. I think we're just talking about the difference of what you gonna ask, what you want to know, and what we want to know.
And respectfully, we're not gonna handle. We
Yeah,
three different people.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not gonna handle things the exact same. We're gonna handle things according to who we are as women. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
case by case, which is
Case
good.
by
Mhm.
It's
Step
good.
by
Everybody
step.
needs to see is all different views and opinions around this motherfucker. Like, you know, everybody don't think the same. They just don't.
And it don't make you wrong. It's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
Facts.
absolutely. So
Facts.
I love that. I think that was the first time we all three would do something completely differently.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That was cool. It was cool shit. It was. Matter of fact, look, I hate to even leave you guys, but y'all know me. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get up quite early. But this
Yes.
has been a smash. I have really enjoyed all of y'all, sisters. Joe, thank you for coming. Salute to the chat.
Yes.
Until the next show, yo, I needed this because earlier I wasn't feeling it. I was like,
Yeah.
I canceled my own shit because I was like, hey, I'm not there. But I've truly enjoyed this conversation. It's been stimulating, it's been informative. It's been a lot of things, and so y'all catching the playback. I really hope y'all enjoy. I hope the chat enjoy, and until next time, we'll get together and put something together and do another one.
Yes, definitely. And thanks, Joe, for coming up and talking to us. Um, we definitely gonna throw another house party real, real soon.
TT, do you have
Hell
any
yeah.
preferences on breakfast tomorrow?
Do I have any preferences on breakfast? Is that what he said?
That's
Mhm.
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna cook. I took the message and I'm gonna cook. You don't have to make breakfast. I know you gotta get up in the morning. I got you.
Just
But
cash app her.
I was just going to say one thing about it. It don't even matter the preference because what you seeing can take care of it all. It don't even matter. You just
Mm,
want to make sure I eat. That's it.
okay. All right.
And you can't cash out food stamps, Joe.
Yes, you can. I have found a way to do it. Do not.
TC, I gotta get up too, sis. I
yes,
really
I do too,
enjoyed this
actually.
panel. I love the energy. I can't wait for the next slumber party, house party.
Yes. And those in the chat, make sure y'all hit that subscribe and that like so when we have another house party, y'all come right in the back door. And we'll
All right,
see
lady.
y'all next time.
All
Thank you for
right.
having me.
And make
Yes.
sure
See you
y'all look.
later.
Come check me out. Transparent Talk.
Yes.
You
Let me
know,
see.
my own little thing over there
Uh-oh.
in the Memphis sector. Come hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? You see it right there. Come fuck with my damn. Okay. Come learn you some shit all around this motherfucking globe. Okay. 3 women with like minds, maybe not so like, I don't know.
But
But
much respect and much love for each other
absolutely. And
and
all
That's
my
the
others.
one.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.
salute,
Bye,
salute.
y'all.
Hey, Doogie. Good night, sis. Good night. Good night.
Good night.